Hello, welcome back to BA Creative. This week I have a super quick gel printing video for you. I was gel printing with a purpose. Yesterday I managed to catch Megan Quinlan's Instagram live where she made these beautiful ATCs. Oh, they were just gorgeous. I believe she posted it up on her Instagram stories if you missed it. While she was making those ATCs, she used this gorgeous handmade paper. And I was particularly interested. Well, I say interested. I was like swooning over it. It was just absolutely gorgeous. And I wanted it. I was like, I have to have this. So she did mention the place of the online store where she gets it. I have since forgotten it, mostly because when I went to check it out, the papers were like $6 to $10 a piece. So I was like, that's looking like a nope for me. I'm going to have to pass on that. But then I thought to myself, why can't I try to recreate that on my gel plate? So that's what I did. What you're seeing me do here is just doing some warm-up prints because I'm trying to figure out the best way to make the marks that I remembered were on the paper. And I don't really have specifics without having to go and rewatch the video, but I know that it was this really pretty creamy tan color and there was a lot of really fine black lines. I'm testing out these little Bray Reese foam rollers that I got, and I don't know, results are mixed. They work better on a hard surface. I'm going to have to play around with them. But it was starting to get me in the realm of what I was looking for. I'm only using 4 colors of paint for this particular gel printing session. I am using Titanium White, Unbleached White, and that's this tanny cream color you're seeing me put down right now. And then I used, actually it's not 4, it's 5 technically. I used that black 3.0, the marine, and olive in the Dina Wakley mixed media paints. This wasn't really the look that I was going for, but it was starting to get me in the realm of what I was shooting for. So I decided to switch gears because I really wanted those lines. I have a piece of cardboard that I have literally just cut off of a box, and I'm using the side to make those lines, but they're really straight and they're rigid. It's not exactly what I was looking for. And I realized super early on that if I didn't kind of vary the way I was holding the cardboard, I was just basically going to get grids. And I'm pretty sure I have a stencil for that. I mean, I have a stencil for everything else. And I want that. I wanted something that was more organic looking. So with this next print, I had intended to try to create that, kind of more natural looking lines. But I messed up and I actually got some blue in there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I put a little bit of blue across the top. Obviously, I put a little blue in the middle just to make it look like it wasn't an accident. And I'm sticking to that really strict straight theme, and I'm going in with a little bit of olive. I personally feel like olive and marine is a beautiful color combination. It's one of my favorites. It's like, can't go wrong. And this print actually wound up being one of my favorites, which reminds me, I'm going to take this little middle chunk of my video and hope that most of you guys are still watching to say thank you. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but like 2 weeks ago, we hit 500 subscribers. I say we because I feel like you guys are in this with me just as much as I am with you. And it was a huge deal. I may have gotten tearful. Anyway, I did not anticipate that a year ago when I started this little channel, and I never thought I would have more than like maybe 25 or 30 people watching my little rinky-dink videos. So I wanted to sincerely thank you. I also wanted to let you guys know that I tend to brag about my subscribers quite a bit because I feel like I have the nicest subscribers on YouTube. I very seldom get shitty comments. I think I've had like 3, which is basically unheard of on the internet. So I just wanted to say thank you for being so nice and for being so supportive. So to say thank you, I decided to take 5 of my favorite prints that I did from this gel printing session. I scanned them into the computer, kind of touched them up a little bit, and then uploaded them so that you guys can have them as a digital download. And I will explain to you how to retrieve that digital download at the end of the video. So again, thank you guys so much. It's just awesome. I can't believe that we have this many people on board. Okay, so enough of all that. I don't want this to turn into like an Oscar acceptance speech, though I am solely tempted. You guys have no idea. But let's get back to the gel printing session. So I'm trying to make these black lines a little less deliberate looking. So I've kind of rotated them a little bit in like a star pattern, or maybe like a raise pattern, I guess. I don't know. I waited a little bit for it to dry. I cut all that out, and I'm going back over it with a mixture of that unbleached titanium white and the titanium white. It it still wasn't really giving me the look that I was going for, but it still looks really amazing. I think that's one of the ones I scanned in. If it's not, let me know if you guys want it and I'll scan it in. So now I'm going to try something with string because it did look like string. And as you can see, I have mixed some black paint into that string with my fingers. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. I couldn't figure out any other way to get black lines this thin on the gel plate, and I certainly wasn't going to draw them with a tiny little brush. You guys know me, I don't doodle for shit. So this was the closest thing I could think of, and it worked. It was just really messy. So if you are horrified by my hands, I don't blame you. Just try not to focus on that, though they are, I mean, literally right there in front of you. Anyway, so the string got stuck in my brayer, but if you see, like, I've brayered off on the paper, and I'm like, that looks kind of awesome. So since my hands are already dirty, I'm just going to go right in and use my fingers to move the paint around. I'm going to pick this print up on a ghost print, and I didn't show the ghost prints because they really weren't worth showing. They picked up hardly any paper or any paint, but I needed something that had a little bit of a background, and I'm totally digging how this is looking. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to pick up a decent print. This is actually the only ghost print that was worth anything, though I'm fairly certain there's a piece of string stuck on that paper somewhere. But at this point, the string has gotten like just all jacked up, and I wasn't going to sit there and untangle it. So I'm going to cover the whole thing after I get it after I get it off my brayer. I'm going to cover the whole thing with some marine blue and just pull a final kind of clean print to kind of tidy everything up. And this print came out really nice too. It's not one of the ones that I uploaded because it didn't have a lot of interest in the background, but in person, the video doesn't do a great job of picking it up, but in person, it's still really, really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to get all this cleaned up, and I'm going to give you a real-time walkthrough of all the prints we pulled and explained how you can get your digital downloads. So if you don't already have an account, set up one on flickr.com. I put the link in the description box below. Once you have your account set up, and it's totally free, Flickr is an amazing resource. Just even if you don't even want any of these, it's still awesome. Like I said, it's totally free. Search BA Creative. That's my profile name. My actual username is BA Creative100. You will see an icon that has an artist journal for my little headshot. Click on my profile. Totally awesome if you follow me because I plan to do this quite a bit. So that way you always have access to the digital content that I put up. Then select the image that you want to download. Once you have it selected, then look in the bottom right hand corner. There is a downwards arrow with a line underneath it. Click that and it will download the image to your computer. They're saved as a JPEG, and once you download them, bada bing, bada boom, they're yours for forever to do with what you will. And I hope you make something amazing with them. If you do, tag me on Instagram. I love seeing your makes. Alright guys, so these are all of our finished prints. If there's one that you just can't live without, message me and I'll upload it for you so you can download it as well. As always, thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Hey, here's some more videos that you might like, and please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see more of my content.